The Council, Awake and Aware, July 24, 2018. By Ron Head. Webpage, ronniehead.com. We are going to ask you to think about the words awake and aware, in what might be an entirely new way for you. Most of you would interpret them to mean awake to what is going on around them, as they interpret it, and aware of its meaning. We, however, would like you to understand that what is going on around you is less important for you than what is going on within you, where that comes from, and why it is more important than anything outside of you. You are very likely familiar with our repeated theme of your surroundings being a mirror of what is inside of you as a collective, and also as individuals. We tell you often that, even though you may not be able to reach out and change your world situation, you can change yourselves and thus have more of an effect upon what you see than you know. While that is true, it still is not what we wish to discuss. Do you understand that much, if not most, of what you think you are awake and aware of is the effect of your having been subjected to constant and conscious programming by others who have agendas that you very likely would never agree to if you were to see them laid out in front of you? Even many of those who deliver that programming are not aware of its origins or its purposes, although many are aware of it. Programming is the only word that fully describes what you receive from all of your media, from your schooling, and from the social pressures that you are subjected to. So what kind of awake and aware are we referring to? We are asking if you know what you truly believe, what you know to be true, where the ideas came from, and why you believe them. We are not talking about whether the ideas are right or wrong. You are the arbiter of that. Whose ideas are they? Have you truly examined them? Do they conflict, truly, with other things that you know are true? Are they truly in your best interests? Or have you accepted what you have seen or heard from others? Why? If you have accepted something from a friend, from your media, from an authority, why did you accept it? The awake and aware that we are speaking of is what puts you into your own power. The awake and aware of what is outside of you does not necessarily negate that, but its unexamined acceptance can do so. You do not gain by allowing another to do your thinking for you. You gain by making your own choices, even if they turn out to be less than you expected. Now, if one is struggling just to survive in their environment, there is no energy nor time for also struggling with these issues. Ask yourself if perhaps you would be more able to deal with such things if you were prosperous, had more free time, and were under less stress. Would you then be more difficult to control? Control, you see, is what this is all about. Start where you can. If you begin to see what we are explaining, begin to examine why you do the things that you do. Why do you believe what you believe? Who said it was so? Why did they say it? Do you really agree? Are there facts to back it up? Even as a child you knew that because I said so was not good enough. Because they said so is even worse. Our goal, you see, is for you to begin to take back all of the power and control of yourselves. You are the one who decides, even if it is by not deciding. Not deciding is a decision to let someone else decide. And that is the source of a great deal of the uncomfortable feelings many of you live with. That is where what can I do? And I can't do anything about it come from. You feel powerless because you have let it all slip away. And you aren't even aware of it. Awake and aware. Be awake and aware. Take your lives back. You, in your truth, are far more powerful than you know. They know that, and they are quite happy that you do not. There is a growing and already very significant wave of empowerment already in process on your world. It is everywhere. It speaks every language. Step into your own awareness. Wake up. You will find that you are far from alone. There are 2 published books available on Amazon that contain the collected messages received by Ron Head. That's me. The first is The Wisdom of Michael, available here, and the second is It Rings True, available here. Copyright Ronald Head. All rights reserved. You may copy and redistribute this material so long as you do not alter it in any way. The content remains complete, and you include this copyright notice and link, RoniHead.com.